Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thursday in the market. It's July 16th. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. How much time? So we're going to make it quick. Here's a 30-minute chart. This is Eric. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. Discord's linked in the description. Didn't really go anywhere today. Just hanging around 5-day, building liquidity. Gap down, build the gap. Kind of a sell-off day. Range was somewhat tight. Nothing crazy. I don't know if I'm liking just tighter IV or if I'm improving or the lack of volatility, but I feel like these last few days I've been doing pretty well. Just been more patient. Seems like that's probably the biggest thing. I was late this morning, which is never hurting me, I feel like. Identify this green for the selling precision. I don't know when I got this gray. I don't think I had it yet. Let's just look at the first trade. First trade was at 10:57. This was a call. So cup closed here. Continued to buy up. Didn't really make any sort of structure to the upside. And I don't even know if I had a bullish controlled selling identified yet. Maybe this gray, but you see it didn't really respect that. So I had purple. Like I was buying the purple. 57. Yeah, so I waited all the way till here. Yeah, let's see, right here. So breaking the green precision on the way down. Mostly those is purple for support, and then breaking the green precision. Little shoulder liquidity here, looking for a little inverse head to continue up. So I got it here on this candle. Yeah, I like this trade. This trade actually worked really well. What I have noticed these last couple days of my trading on exits, I've been doing way better. It's so funny, but I forgot to pay attention to candles, and I've really been paying attention to candles now on my exits. Like basically not exiting before the candle makes a newer low or newer high at close is one thing, and that's like changed so much for me. It's funny, so basic, but all these things to think about when you're in the trade and it's difficult. So anyways, got this one for 98 cents right here. Pretty easy to hold, but yeah, I'm just like really focused on the candles where they're closing. So this one I had gray here too. I didn't have it up there. That's on the wick, like perfectly hit it, but I had it here just thinking that's probably it. I closed this at 01. So right once this candle closed, you notice it closed lower than that one closed, just a little bit lower. And then that also correlated with these wicks lining up perfectly. So I closed it right on this candle right at the beginning. Nice little exit. 98 cents to $1.15. Those are both markets in and out. Next one was at 12.10. This was a call, so the limit. Let's see, what was I thinking here? Yeah, so this gray was selling in the gray. I'm looking for an inverse head still. Yeah, I adjusted this green. So this green was much steeper then, and this had broken it, and I got a call on this red candle, and then just sold off from there. I had a couple different things charted here. Right in this area, it was breaking to the downside or bouncing. I got a call. This one, yeah, this one went against me quick. 10.12 for 51 cents to 12.10 to 12.12. 51 cents to 39 cents. Yeah, I held it all the way to here. I want to give it room. It's stuck. Got a pretty big L. Oh, yeah, it wouldn't. Wait. Oh, the next one. Oh, then I flipped into puts. Yeah, because like I said, this was breaking. It's not there now because I've redrawn it and kind of adjusted things. I had the right idea because it was breaking, but it was just selling this kind of larger selling, I think, and a bit choppy. 12.12, I jumped into a put, and it went my direction right here. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do break even stop because it was kind of chopping, and I did, and it passed it. Didn't fill. So I'm like, oh, so I modify it and quick hit sell. Market doesn't fill, and that's on like this candle. So I'm pretty flustered then. And then I cancel it, and then I'm like doing other ways to try and sell it, and finally, market sell, it sells it. So it was like sold it like way up here. Kind of a bummer. 61 cents to 53. That could have been a green trade. Could have been much worse. I mean, when you can't get out of a position, that's not good. 101, I was in a put. So it came down. I maybe had this gold at that point. Yeah, I remember. I was seeing it bounce on there. I was like, I could take a zombie here. I almost took a wedge trade here. I was like, nah, I'll just be patient. Up here, yeah. So came up VWAP, and where did I say 101? 101. I'm gonna put right here on this green candle. Yeah, I remember that now. So I'm trying not to catch like heads in wedges if I can. I had pretty nice risk management here though with VWAP. I wouldn't necessarily use VWAP, but then I also had this red selling at that point too. So and then I had this green precision, and this trade just chopped around. 101 for 42 cents, sold it at 106 for 40 cents. So you see I'm not like taking big L's on these because I'm getting out before it actually like goes against me necessarily. If that makes any sense. Potentially this broke my steeper selling channel. That's why I got out of it there. Yeah. But I didn't like just jump out on the green candle, thankfully. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I was thinking on that exit actually. I think maybe something else was drawn. Anyways, that was a small L. 42 cents to 40 cents. Next one was at 126. This was a call. This was an awesome trade. So like I didn't take it here, I did take the wedge trade here. And I wasn't too sure about red yet. Like I had it, but I'm like, maybe. Wasn't sure if that was in play or legit. This one I got on this candle. What did I say, 126? Yeah. 126, bought it for 57 cents. I got it kind of early on the candle. Like, it was like right here, and I was going to use gold for my stop. Actually, this gold. Just in case it wanted upside. I mean, I thought at this point it's kind of a gamble. I'm just trying to trade my risks. So could go up, could go down, I don't know. But I saw my risk. I saw a potential take profit. I was hoping it was going to be higher. But again, I just used the candle, and then also kind of the channel, like the algo break. But this one, yeah, went in my favor kind of right away, which was nice. Got it here, and it kind of just rallied up. 26, sold it at 130 on this candle right here. 130 or 70 cents. So 57 cents to 70 cents. Why didn't I sell on this one? Because this closed lower than that one. Well, because I had green, and I had green. I'm like, well, I'll give it a little bit of time. And this was a bad candle to sell it on, just so I waited for that to close. Then this one just looked a little green. I'm like, I'm just gonna cut it. That's fine. In case this red is legit, and of course this candle did close lower, so got a little better fill right there at 130. So green trade. Next one was 138. Yes, this was a crazy trade. So came up, and glad I sold it because then this started selling. Big red candle. I don't jump into puts there though, anticipating the break. I just hang on. I'm sure I could have gotten up here, but again, I wasn't too confident in this red being anything. At that point, this structure doesn't look great to me, so I want to have a little more confirmation, like it breaking gold. And gold it broke. Still not certain about gold though, even because look, the wick down here and it broke here and didn't do anything, so might be a little flatter. But I kind of just went for it on gold, thinking there's liquidity here. Made a little head. We had volume, I think, pick up a bit. Yeah, I don't know. This head and shoulder right here is grabbing. It all looks pretty good. We were below 5-day then. Yeah, I don't know. Like this structure didn't look great, so I just waited for it to break gold. And gold was working for me. Yeah, I hadn't really used this one yet. I got it from right here. Those resistances right there. So I hadn't really used it yet. I was mostly using the bullish controlled selling. None of these bearish controlled buying yet. But anyways, jumped in on 138. Bought one for 54 cents. Oh yeah, on this one. Yeah. Was that on market? Yeah, these are both limits. 54, then 53 on the same candle. So I just put a limit order at the bid, and then it rallied up, and I put another one, and actually just barely quick wicked up and filled me on that one. This one's a little tricky on my risk though, because I didn't have a whole lot of, like, if it just started going against me, I probably just close it right here. But I didn't have a clear like line that I had drawn for it, so it worked out well, or it just went in my favor. And this one again, I was able to hold it. Yeah, through all of these, a little challenging at times. Of course, I'm looking for low of day. Don't always know if it's going to get there on that same throw. Did make it down quite a ways. And then this red, I actually threw this red in real late. Same red that was up there, just put it right down here on this wick. It hits it, and I get this big reversal. I'm like, oh no. Let me see, where did I close this first one? 130. So I think before that, yeah. So I closed my first one. Wait. Wait a minute. 130. Sorry. 26. Okay, that's that one. 30. Oh yeah, we already did that one. Okay. Sorry. 138. Yeah, so I had two of them 138, sold one at 140. Yeah, actually on this candle, I remember that now. Just in case this red was a support, I wanted to take some profit. I gotta take some profit off. These were 751 strikes, so it still wasn't in the money actually. 57 cents to oh wow, that second one. I got a bad fill. That's ridiculous. Wait, no, here no, sorry. 54 cents and 53 cents. First fill is for 80 cents at 140. Second one was for 75 cents at 145. So I held through here, kept making new tiny little lows, and I'm like, it could just be consolidating a little bit before it flushes. And then we get this big candle. I think I got a bad fill on this candle. It's probably up here. Ended up flipping red, but yeah, by that point we'd already made a big candle that closed above it. I didn't hold it for green, which I'm glad I didn't, because this just kind of sold in an ugly, less aggressive selling than right here, which is not ideal. But yeah, that trade I was stoked about. Thought it was going to be more profitable on that trade, but 54 cents to 80s, not bad. Dang, I don't know if today's that green. And then down here, so completed the inverse cup on this blue line, which was lovely, but the structure down here was just tough. I was looking for a retracement, like where's my risk, where's my retracement, and it's just blowing through gold. I'm like, okay, I guess it could be this red now in hindsight, but since I didn't see that, it's like kind of let this go, because I'm like, this isn't a nice structure. It seems like it's selling in something less aggressive, which it was. Then it kind of fully like overshot the cup, came up again, blowing through gold. Like, yeah, okay, I can put it up here now in hindsight and say, okay, I'll get it there. But anyways, came down, and then this little head and shoulder. Did I get one here? I don't know if I did. I really wanted to here, but I think I was actually, yeah, I was maybe gonna leave. Anyways, blew through and finally started selling this more aggressive one right here that I charted. I didn't get one until, let's see, 543. Oh, I did. Wait. Oh no, 18. Yeah, that sucked. Okay, so I saw this red down here, and that was kind of part of my thing about, I thought that was the gatekeeper. I thought it probably would make it past that. Like, or it might, but I figured that was the profit target, so I wasn't really keen on jumping in on this crappy structure to get to here. When it came here and starts doing this, I'm like, all right, it's finding support, and then it breaks through with volume right here on this candle. And I was pretty distracted. I think there was this, well, maybe it was another trade actually earlier. Never mind. Jumped in on this candle with a little retest, and I'm like, all right. Actually, it was like down here. It wasn't a great entry. It just completely went against me. I'm like, oh boy, is this like real? Is this red real? Is this a real like break? Comes up here. I'm trying to figure out where to manage it. I'm like, I don't know where to manage this risk. Like maybe this red line up here, I'll just do that. And then it comes up and comes up and then rips up. And this thing's like quite red. I'm not looking at it, but I think I closed on this candle. Yeah, I closed on this candle. I wasn't prepared for that to go against me like that. Like I didn't know where my risk was on it. I just didn't know. And that's why I closed at the very worst time and didn't just wait 1 minute and, you know, have the confidence to hold it. Sometimes it works where you don't have to be prepared and it'll come down, but it's not a good practice, because if it goes against you, you're going to be red because you won't know what you're doing. In this case, I don't know, maybe it's like selling in just like a weaker channel that I didn't chart. I'm not sure how I could have managed my risk any better. Like, of course in hindsight it's easy, but yeah, because the gold wasn't really playing out. So and I really held it longer than I should have even. I should have probably closed it even on this candle right after I opened it, just because it immediately went up back above basically my stop, more or less. So yeah, that I really should just close that right away. I gave it a little room in case I want to make a little head and shoulder, just like it did, but I didn't hold for it because I didn't know how high that head was going to go, or if that was even real. But this would have been such an awesome entry. Anywhere in here would have been great for that putt. And then this bounce, the like 10-minute bounce. Sometimes I'm like confident to get them. I was actually trying to leave then, and I guess like breaking this blue, grabbing this little shoulder, it wasn't my favorite. 10-minute move, even though it was a beautiful one. I'm not confident enough with it. This selling, yeah, I don't know. I could have gotten into that any different. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I got. Sub up, like up, comment down, have my sticks around. I haven't looked at my P&L, but I'm pretty sure I'm green today. That's all the trades we had. I'm not gonna look. See you tomorrow, Friday. Peace out.